You may have noticed that lately, things seem a bit off, like you're being pulled in a direction that you can't quite understand. It feels as if the universe is nudging you, pushing you to pay attention to something bigger, something beyond the ordinary. This isn't just a coincidence or a random feeling, it's a sign. A sign that God is preparing you for something significant. You might be wondering why you're experiencing this and what it all means. It's simple. You're being called to align with your higher purpose, to prepare for a journey that will transform not just your life, but also the lives of those around you. But before you can step into this new chapter, you need to understand why these signs are appearing and what they're trying to tell you. When God prepares you, it's not always in ways that are easy to understand. Sometimes, it feels like you're being isolated or that the people who used to be close to you are drifting away. You might even feel like you're being stripped of everything that once brought you comfort. But this isn't a punishment, it's a preparation. A process that is necessary for you to shed the old and embrace the new. The signs you're seeing are there to guide you, to help you recognize the areas of your life that need to be refined so that you can step fully into your purpose. This preparation is a sacred process, one that requires you to trust, to have faith, and to be willing to surrender to the divine plan that is unfolding in your life. If you ignore these signs, if you choose to stay in your comfort zone, the consequences can be far-reaching. This isn't just about missing out on an opportunity, it's about missing out on your destiny. When God prepares you, it's because He has a specific plan for your life, a plan that is designed to bring out the best in you and to impact the world in a meaningful way. But this plan requires your cooperation. It requires you to let go of old habits, old mindsets, and old relationships that no longer serve you. If you resist this process, you risk staying stuck in a life that is less than what you were created for. The stakes are high because this is about your spiritual evolution, your growth, and your ability to fulfill the purpose that God has placed on your life. Not only that, but ignoring these signs can lead to unnecessary struggles. You may find yourself facing challenges that seem insurmountable, difficulties that could have been avoided if only you had listened and responded to the signs. God's preparation process is not meant to harm you, but to prepare you for the greatness that lies ahead. It's like a refining fire that burns away impurities, leaving behind something pure, something strong, something that is ready to shine. The stakes of not embracing this preparation are too high to ignore. This is your moment, your opportunity to step into the fullness of what God has planned for you. The choice is yours, but the consequences of that choice will echo throughout your life. God's preparation often comes disguised in ways that we don't expect. It can show up in the form of trials, challenges, or even in the stillness of waiting. Many times, this preparation requires us to go through seasons of discomfort, where things seem to be falling apart. But in reality, these seasons are not about breaking you down, they are about building you up. Just as a gardener prunes a tree to make it stronger, God prunes us to remove the things that hinder our growth. This process can be painful, but it is necessary for us to become the person we were meant to be. During this time, you may feel like you're losing control, like the things that once made you feel secure are slipping away. But this is all part of the process. God is stripping away the things that you no longer need so that you can be free to embrace what is coming next. It's in these moments of discomfort that we grow the most. Our faith is tested, our patience is stretched, and our trust in God is deepened. The preparation process is not easy, but it is purposeful. It is designed to strengthen you, to refine your character, and to prepare you for the blessings that are on the way. Understanding God's preparation also means recognizing that not everyone will understand your journey. You may find that some people start to distance themselves from you, or that relationships that once felt close now feel strained. This is because God is preparing you for a new level, and not everyone can go where you are going. It's important to remember that this is not a reflection of your worth or of their love for you. It's simply a sign that God is making room in your life for what is to come. He is clearing the path, removing distractions, and making sure that when you step into your destiny, you are surrounded by people who will support and uplift you. In this season of preparation, it's crucial to stay connected to God, to listen to His voice, and to trust that He knows what He's doing. It's easy to feel discouraged when things don't go according to your plan, but remember that God's plan is always better. He sees the bigger picture, He knows what lies ahead, and He is guiding you every step of the way. So, embrace this time of preparation with an open heart and a willing spirit. Know that every challenge, every setback, and every moment of waiting is a part of the process that is shaping you into the person God created you to be. One of the most challenging aspects of God's preparation is the waiting period. This is a time when it feels like nothing is happening, when your prayers seem to go unanswered, and when you start to wonder if you've been forgotten. But this waiting period is not a waste of time. It is an essential part of your journey. God is using this time to prepare you for what is coming next. He is working behind the scenes, aligning the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances so that when the time is right, everything will fall into place. During this waiting period, it's important to remain patient and trust that God's timing is perfect. It's natural to feel anxious or impatient, especially when you see others around you moving forward. But remember, everyone's journey is different, and what God has planned for you is uniquely yours. This time of waiting is a gift, an opportunity for you to grow, to reflect, and to prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for the next phase of your life. Use this time wisely, focus on self-improvement, deepen your relationship with God, and trust that when the waiting is over, you will be more than ready to step into the future He has prepared for you. Waiting can also teach you valuable lessons in faith and perseverance. It's easy to have faith when everything is going well, but true faith is tested in times of waiting. It's in these moments that you learn to rely on God's promises, even when you can't see the outcome. This period is about building your character, strengthening your faith, and teaching you to trust in God's plan even when it doesn't make sense. It's about learning to be content with where you are while still being hopeful for what is to come. The waiting period is not a punishment. It is a preparation for the blessings that are on the horizon. Solitude is often misunderstood in our fast-paced, constantly connected world. Many people view it as loneliness or isolation, but in the context of spiritual growth, solitude is a powerful tool that God uses to draw you closer to Him. When you are alone, away from the noise and distractions of everyday life, you have the opportunity to hear God's voice more clearly. It's in these moments of solitude that you can reflect on your life, your choices, and your relationship with God. This is a time for deep introspection, a time to examine your heart, and a time to realign yourself with God's purpose for your life. Solitude allows you to disconnect from the outside world and connect with your inner self. It's a time to listen to your thoughts, to understand your feelings, and to seek God's guidance. This process can be uncomfortable at first because it forces you to confront things about yourself that you may have been avoiding. But it is through this discomfort that true growth occurs. Solitude is not about being alone. It's about being with God, allowing Him to work in you and through you in ways that are only possible when you are fully present and fully aware. In this period of solitude, God may reveal things to you that you never noticed before. He may bring to light areas of your life that need healing, habits that need to change, or attitudes that need to be adjusted. This is a time for spiritual cleansing, for letting go of the things that no longer serve you, and for embracing the things that will help you grow. It's a time to be honest with yourself and with God, to ask for His help in overcoming your weaknesses, and to seek His strength in areas where you are struggling. Solitude is a gift, a time to deepen your relationship with God and to prepare your spirit for the journey ahead. Challenges are an inevitable part of life, but when you are being prepared by God, these challenges take on a new meaning. They are not just obstacles to be overcome. They are opportunities for growth and transformation. Each challenge you face is designed to teach you something valuable, to build your character, and to prepare you for the greater things that God has planned for you. It's easy to become discouraged when faced with difficulties, but if you can see these challenges as part of God's preparation process, you will begin to understand their true purpose. Challenges often reveal our strengths and weaknesses. They show us what we are capable of and where we need to improve. They push us out of our comfort zones and force us to rely on God in ways that we wouldn't otherwise. When you face a challenge, it's important to ask yourself, what is God trying to teach me through this? Instead of seeing it as a setback, view it as a stepping stone towards your destiny. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. It's a chance to deepen your faith, to trust in God's plan, and to develop the qualities that will be essential in the next phase of your life. Understanding the purpose of challenges also means recognizing that they are temporary. No matter how difficult a situation may seem, it will not last forever. God is using this time to shape you, to mold you into the person He created you to be. The challenges you face today are preparing you for the blessings that are coming tomorrow. It's important to keep this perspective, to remember that every challenge is part of a bigger picture, and that God's plan for your life is always good. By embracing the challenges with faith and perseverance, you are setting yourself up for a future that is filled with purpose, fulfillment, and divine favor. As you go through God's preparation, spiritual cleansing becomes an essential part of the process. This involves letting go of old habits, mindsets, and even relationships that no longer serve your highest good. Spiritual cleansing is about purifying your mind, heart, and soul to make room for the new blessings that God has in store for you. It's a time to release any negative energy, past hurts, or lingering doubts that may be holding you back from stepping into your divine purpose. This cleansing process can be challenging because it often requires you to confront aspects of yourself that you've been avoiding. It's about being honest with yourself and recognizing the areas in your life that need healing. This might involve forgiving those who have wronged you, letting go of grudges, or releasing fears that have been weighing you down. Spiritual cleansing is not just about getting rid of the old, it's about preparing yourself to receive the new. It's about creating a clean slate so that God can write His plans on your heart. During this time, it's important to engage in practices that support your spiritual cleansing, such as prayer, meditation, and spending time in nature. These activities help you to connect with God, to hear His voice more clearly, and to align yourself with His will. Spiritual cleansing is a powerful process that prepares you to move forward with a renewed sense of purpose and clarity. It's about clearing away the clutter so that you can fully embrace the new chapter that God is leading you into. Faith is the foundation of God's preparation process. Without faith, it's easy to become discouraged or overwhelmed by the challenges and uncertainties that arise. Faith is what keeps you grounded and focused on God's promises, even when you can't see the way forward. It's the assurance that God is in control, that He has a plan for your life, and that everything is working together for your good. In times of preparation, your faith will be tested. You may face situations that challenge your beliefs or make you question whether God is really with you. But it is in these moments that your faith is strengthened. Every time you choose to trust God, despite the circumstances, your faith grows deeper. This faith is not just a belief in God's existence. It's a trust in His goodness, His timing, and His plan for your life. Faith also plays a crucial role in helping you to remain patient during the waiting period. It's what allows you to stay hopeful, even when it seems like nothing is happening. It's what helps you to keep moving forward, even when the path isn't clear. Faith is about believing that God is preparing you for something greater, even when you can't see it yet. It's about holding on to His promises, knowing that they will come to pass in His perfect timing. As you continue to walk by faith, you'll find that God's preparation process is not just about what He's doing in your life, it's also about what He's doing in you. One of the most important aspects of God's preparation is aligning yourself with His purpose for your life. This means being willing to let go of your own plans and desires and embracing the path that God has laid out for you. It's about surrendering your will to His and trusting that His plan is better than anything you could have imagined. This alignment requires humility, obedience, and a willingness to follow where God leads, even when it's uncomfortable or uncertain. Aligning with God's purpose also means understanding that your life is not just about you, it's about something much bigger. God has placed you on this earth for a reason, and His preparation process is about equipping you to fulfill that purpose. This might involve stepping out of your comfort zone, taking risks, or making sacrifices. But when you align yourself with God's purpose, you'll find that everything falls into place. Your life becomes more meaningful, more fulfilling, and more in line with what God has planned for you. To align with God's purpose, it's important to stay connected to Him through prayer, worship, and reading His Word. These practices help you to discern His will and to stay focused on His plans for your life. As you continue to seek God and align yourself with His purpose, you'll find that His preparation process leads you to a life that is full of joy, peace, and fulfillment. You'll discover that the more you align with God's purpose, the more you become the person He created you to be. Patience and perseverance are two virtues that are essential during God's preparation process. Patience allows you to wait on God's timing without becoming frustrated or anxious, while perseverance helps you to keep going, even when the journey is difficult. These qualities are not always easy to cultivate, but they are crucial if you want to fully embrace the blessings that God has in store for you. During this time, you may face delays, setbacks, or challenges that test your patience. It's easy to become discouraged or to feel like giving up, but it's important to remember that God's timing is always perfect. He knows exactly when the time is right, and He is working all things together for your good. Patience is about trusting in God's timing and being willing to wait for His perfect plan to unfold. Perseverance is equally important because the journey of preparation is not always easy. There will be times when you feel like you can't go on, when the challenges seem too great, or when you're tempted to give up. But it's in these moments that perseverance becomes your greatest strength. It's about pushing through the difficulties, staying focused on God's promises, and continuing to move forward, even when it's hard. Patience and perseverance work together to help you navigate God's preparation process with grace and strength. Throughout God's preparation process, there will be signs that indicate you are on the right path. These signs might come in the form of opportunities, unexpected blessings, or a deep sense of peace and alignment with God's will. Recognizing these signs is important because they serve as confirmation that you are moving in the right direction. They are reminders that God is with you, guiding you every step of the way. Sometimes these signs are subtle, requiring you to be attentive and spiritually aware. Other times, they are more obvious, leaving no doubt that God's hand is at work in your life. These signs may include moments of clarity, where everything seems to make sense, or instances where doors open that you never expected. They might also come in the form of people who cross your path at just the right time, offering encouragement, support, or opportunities that align with your purpose. It's important to stay open and receptive to these signs, to trust that God is leading you, and to follow where He is guiding you. When you recognize these signs and respond to them, you are actively participating in God's preparation process. You are aligning yourself with His plan and positioning yourself to receive the blessings that are on the way. These signs are God's way of communicating with you, assuring you that He is preparing you for something greater. As you go through God's preparation process, you will begin to notice a transformation taking place within you. This transformation is not just about external changes, it's about a deep, internal shift that aligns you more closely with God's will. You may find that your desires change, that you're drawn to different things, or that your perspective on life becomes more aligned with God's purpose for you. This transformation is a sign that God's preparation is working, that you are becoming the person He created you to be. Embracing this transformation means being willing to let go of the old and welcome the new. It means accepting the changes that God is bringing into your life, even when they are uncomfortable or unexpected. This process of transformation is ongoing, and it's something that you will continue to experience as you grow in your relationship with God. The more you embrace this transformation, the more you will see God's hand at work in your life, guiding you, shaping you, and preparing you for the future He has planned for you. This transformation is also about becoming more aware of God's presence in your life. As you go through this process, you'll start to see God's fingerprints on everything. You'll recognize how He has been guiding you, protecting you, and preparing you for this moment. This awareness is a gift, a reminder that you are not alone on this journey. God is with you every step of the way, leading you towards a future that is filled with hope, purpose, and divine favor. In this journey of preparation, remember that every step you take is part of a greater plan that God has for your life. This process is not always easy, but it is always purposeful. God is preparing you for something significant, something that will not only change your life but also impact the lives of those around you. The signs you are experiencing are not just random events, they are divine messages guiding you towards your destiny. As you move forward, continue to trust in God's plan, even when you don't understand it fully. Embrace the waiting period, the solitude, the challenges, and the transformation with an open heart, knowing that each of these experiences is preparing you for the future that God has in store. Stay connected to Him through prayer, faith, and obedience, and allow His guidance to lead you into the fullness of your purpose. Remember, God's preparation is not just about what He is doing in your life, it's about what He is doing in you. He is shaping you, refining you, and preparing you to step into the life that He has planned for you. Trust the process, embrace the journey, and know that God is preparing you for something greater than you could ever imagine.